You know the deal. Talk to people doing big things. They're sharing their stories, how they use their voice for good. It's tough to introduce you, man. 'Cause you got Grammys, you got acting credits, entrepreneur, philanthropy, now on tour doing comedy. T.I., Clifford Harris, joins us in the studio.
Man?
How you doing, man? Thanks for coming in.
I'm chilling, man. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We normally kind of go through sequentially somebody's life and talk about their stories and their experiences.
Okay.
But I was intrigued because with all the stuff you're doing, now you're doing comedy.
Yeah.
So I feel like I want to start there, and then we can go back and figure out how you get to that. I mean, it's a simple question. With that level of success, why? Like, why do comedy?
I think it's refreshing. There's a level of peace that I found, in sharing the challenge of my adversities with the rest of the world, and just finding something to grow and evolve at this stage in my career.
Is it hard? Is it fun?
Yeah, it's all of those things. It's difficult. I think there's a definite. It's probably one of the most difficult skill sets that you can acquire.
Okay.
To channel laughter, immediate laughter, live on stage with a room full of strangers is probably one of the most difficult things that you could do.
We were talking before you came in the studio about whether or not the level of success you had makes it a higher bar for people. It's like when Michael Jordan goes to play baseball. Like, people already look at that person as excellent in something.
Yeah.
Did it make the bar that much harder for you when you decided to do it?
I have no idea. I don't think I gave it any level of consideration. I just went out there, man, and shared parts of my life with the world that I don't think that they got out of my music. And I think they found, a different level of candor, that has made for a great time for a lot of people, and sold out shows across the country.
Was it everything that you expected? Was it eye-opening?
I think that I never get the shock and awe out of the faces of people or the eyes of people in music the way I do in comedy. It's like they just can't believe that they're witnessing the experience. You know what I mean? Especially when they find themselves laughing, they kind of forget who I am for a minute.
One of the things I saw online, you start doing it, you're watching the show. There are laughs, the crowd's all participating, and at some point there's some people who come at you with the, oh, come on, man, you're a rapper, you're a performer, you're an actor, you're not a comedian. How do you handle the critics?
In life, I think everybody's gonna always have people that expect them to stay in this box that they fit them in. So I think you have a conscious decision to make for yourself. Are you going to allow somebody to place you in a position and keep you there? Or are you going to grow with all the gifts and all the strengths that God has given you, and you're going to reach your full potential and do the work that's necessary to, get to a place where you want to be, instead of just accepting what people will allow you to be? That it doesn't really move my needle one way or another.
You pointed out that comedy lets you be open, talking about things in a way that you couldn't in other ways. But throughout your life, you've been pretty open about the things that you've done, things you've experienced, the things that you wanted to do. Why the need to share even more? Is it empowerment?
It's cheaper than therapy. I think, evolving to a place where you can be candid about your spiritual journey, about the lessons you've learned and the things that the tools that you've acquired on the way, the epiphanies you've reached, the perspectives you've gained, and the level of consciousness that you've made it to on the road. I think that all of those things, man, they kind of offer you a freedom.
How'd you get into the journey of hip-hop, entertainment, acting, going way back to your childhood?
Man, I say about 8 years old. I began writing raps in class to occupy my mind when I had finished work before the rest of the class, keep myself, out of trouble. And my classmates began to challenge me to write more and more and more out of disbelief, that I could actually do it. And the cafeteria table was my first stage.
Yeah, and it just grew from there?
Not very much, but it did grow a little. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit.
Your career has grown,
Just
man.
a little bit, yeah. You know, I've been fortunate. I've been blessed to do what I love for a living, for 20 plus years now, and it's definitely been a ride.
It's the 50th anniversary of hip hop, and everybody's talking about that. But you kind of launched the subgenre of hip hop. I mean, people weren't talking about trap music. Did it even exist?
20 years since we launched trap music, because I feel like trap music is nothing that one person can really, can own individually. It's a collective effort, because in order for it to remain successful and have the relevance that it does today, it has to be related to by so many people who share the experience that comes from, being a refugee from the war on drugs. I think everyone, directly or indirectly has been affected by the crack era, the war on drugs, the opioid epidemic. You know what I mean? I think we all share in that experience together, and that's what makes trap music relevant to this day. Some people played sports. Some people, played in the band. I sold crack. You know what I'm saying?
Now, the laughter aside, he knows that it's not a funny topic, but it is part of his story of overcoming the odds when the pulse comes back. 20 years ago when you did it, did you know then? Was it even about having that kind of impact? Did you even consider the type of impact you may have 20 years down the road when you started it?
It was really just about memorializing the time that my childhood friends and I spent as teenagers before I was entering into a new world of entertainment. Some people played sports. Some people, played in the band. I sold crack, you know what I'm saying? And, regardless of how, negative or dire the circumstances were, they were still the times of my youth. I wanted to get into the nuances and the details of the psyche, the perspective, the lifestyle, the lessons that were learned from it, in a way that I don't think we had ever experienced before the release of trap music.
Very candid. I sold crack. You're very open about those experiences.
Sure.
And it's
I did sell crack, and
okay.
I did.
Why
as a
why do you
teenager.
tell people that?
Well, I mean, it's because it's my testimony. If you're an alcoholic for 20 years of your life, all right, and let's say you kicked the habit, you became clean. You've been clean for 15 years of your life. Although you've been clean and you've never touched a drop of alcohol, you can still accurately detail the last time that you were intoxicated, all of the lessons you learned from your journey. You can definitely recall the smell of alcohol, the last time you woke up in your own vomit. You can tell about the journey that you've spent, the evolution from an alcoholic to the person that you are living in sobriety today. And just because you're not still drinking doesn't mean that you don't have the right to talk about your experience as an alcoholic. That is your testimony. Same way, we can still talk about our experiences in selling drugs, because that we earned the right to share that testimony, to let people who are still in it, whether they're using or selling, to know that there's a way out and they don't have to think that they're in it alone.
You talk about that testimony and sharing that testimony and changing people's lives, and you're very open about that.
Sure.
You're also somebody who won a presidential, award for your community service and commitment.
Yeah, I don't think that, we could kind of separate the two. We are all, collectively, we relate to the sale of drugs, the use of drugs. It's all a part of our DNA as Americans. So I don't think what place or what position you hold in this great nation of ours, you can never step away from it and think that, you're too far away from the effects of drug use.
But it has to inspire young people, right? To sit back and see,
hopefully,
from there to presidents saying this is somebody who's making a difference in our society.
Absolutely. There are so many people who sold drugs that have gone on to, leave the negative behind and do great things. I mean, there was once a man back in the era of prohibition. There was a man that, found success in selling alcohol, selling alcohol illegally, and had built an empire from it, and built so much of an empire, he earned enough to send his children to the most Ivy League schools, and he impressed education among them. And these guys, they evolved from the family of illegal alcohol distributor, and went on from breaking the law to raise children that later on became the president of the United States in the Kennedys. So the history of America is tethered to people who had to start out in humble beginnings to doing the wrong things, to in turn earn a right and a position to do the right thing later on. And I am no different.
I respect the humility of I'm no different. I feel like you're different. You've got community foundations. Like you've got, again, I said presidential awards, but the us or else.
I do different things.
You're doing different things. Okay, but tell us about some of that stuff, because people know about all of your celebrity stuff. But you've been rebuilding Atlanta. You're starting foundations. Like, why is that kind of stuff so important?
Because I came from a place where, I was once one of the people who was in the position to need the most help in the community. I have a genuine interest in fulfilling the needs of those who can't do as much as they probably would like to for themselves.
Does it matter to you that people know this kind of stuff about you? Because you've said for a couple times in this interview, you said, I don't care that much.
I wish I don't know, man. I think it would probably be a little more successful if I cared more.
Cared more what people thought.
Yeah, cared more what people thought. I truly want to do what I feel in my heart is right, and I want to walk the path that I feel God has placed for me in this lifetime. And I don't think the opinions or the criticisms of others I don't think that's going to help or guide me one way or another.
Next, T.I.'s on tour with the Haha Mafia, making us laugh, sometimes at each other's expense.
The Haha Mafia.
Yes.
Okay, so fellas, what's going on? This is new to him,
right?
Doing the comedy thing. How has this gone? How are you guys?
It's okay. Success is new to them. So
we in there.
So we've been spending some time talking to T.I., obviously, about his career, but he's on tour doing comedy with his guys, the Haha Mafia. They're here. What's up, guys?
The Haha Mafia.
Yes.
Okay, so fellas, what's going on? This is new to him,
right?
Doing the comedy thing. How has this gone? How are you guys?
It's okay. Success is new to them. So
we in there, yeah. He been our partner the whole time, though. I've been doing comedy 22 years, but they were making trap music and all the classic stuff and coming to the comedy club on dates and kicking it, and they were always around comedy. So we were trying to get him to do comedy a long time ago. So, you know what I'm saying? He's always been funny.
So how's it going so far? Are you gonna tell the truth?
No, he got to follow. We trying to kill him on stage. We go up before him. We trying to destroy. It's no letting up. Jay Ski go crazy.
Yeah, we going crazy on stage. He come behind us. He hold his own.
He hold his own behind three. He got Kate up. He's not here right now, but he holds it. He goes and blasts it open anyway as the host. Then I come. Then Jay Ski comes. Then Tip comes right after that every night. So he been coming with the heat because you can't make somebody laugh. You can't force a laugh.
You got real. Initially, longtime comedians traveling with you.
Right.
How's the feedback been from other comedians who are like, yo, come on, man, you got all the money from trap music, got it acting, now you're going to take it in comedy too?
Well, see, that's the thing. A lot of people think that, 16, 17 years of consecutive lack of success would be interrupted by my entrance into the world of comedy, and now me doing comedy is the reason that they haven't, fulfilled their dreams. And I don't understand it, but I do get that, a lot of people think that other people are in the way of them doing what they want to do in life. Some people have that mindset. It's a crippling mindset, but nobody's stopping you from doing what you would like to do but you. And people who have that fear, and you know, and they want to project those fears and failures onto other people. I don't pay much attention to it. I just continue on, man, you know, dropping money out my pocket on stage, you know what I'm saying, and just laughing all the way.
And I'm right there picking it up.
We get to enjoy the trappings of success. It is nice. It's nice over here. Y'all better come on in. I don't know what's
Good work for us, I tell you.
Yeah, but we try to explain to the other comedians, like, he trying to put some light on us, bro. We've been working hard, and he's like, you know, he come with scripts like, hey, check this out, read this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, we got the writer strike going on. There ain't no money coming in right now. We on the road. We out here stripping for real. We got dancers.
Hey, we paying Ronnie to keep it closed on. You know what I'm saying? Y'all come back, throw dollars on stage for him to keep his clothes.
Y'all come see me at the Rocky Steps. I will be naked at 12 o'clock today.
With a
cheesesteak. Haha Mafia hat on. Come out to Helium.
Oh, man.
So it's safe to say y'all are just having fun with this.
Yeah, for sure,
man.
for sure. That's the most important part.
But we getting work done though. He's getting funnier every show, and then we punch up and we fix stuff, and we just not playing. It's work too.
I think the nuance of actually constructing a joke out of a real life situation to know what the subject, predicate, punchline, timing, all of those types of things. I think once you kind of learn the gist of that process, it becomes easier to replicate.
Go down the line. Tell us what they're going to see when they come out and see you guys on tour. I know that you got a movie or something you're working on, but we can't talk about that, right?
Yeah, I don't
right,
think we
that's
can talk about it. We can't
That's
cross the
straight.
picket line.
Can't
you
cross
know
the
what
picket
I mean?
line, but
Yeah.
something
So y'all come back when we're allowed to talk about
Something-
it. Getting ready to launch this.
Yeah.
When it's coming out, y'all come back and talk
Oh,
about
we
it.
might just put it out on YouTube and you'll just, you know what I'm saying, watch it on the way to work. You know what I'm
So you
saying?
see it one way or the other.
Drop it in the group
Yeah,
chat.
depending on how the strike set up, you know, we gonna see how we gonna get it done.
What are people gonna see when they come out and check you out at Helium?
They gonna expect to laugh till you pee a little bit. Like when you know how that pee come to the edge. Like, you know what? I need to make a choice. You know, that's
Hell
that's the
nah,
type of
man.
laughter we come with. You know.
What you got for 'em?
Amazing good time, you know what I'm saying? We're going to put on a great show for you from beginning to end. You're really going to enjoy yourself. After the show, we be selling merch, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So we're going to try to get
Y'all all about the
Or in the
money.
name of trap music, we're gonna be selling dubs and dimes and
Yeah, all
marijuana
that
in the
stuff. We
back.
got
You know what I'm saying?
all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, with no marijuana distribution license. We're doing it the old-fashioned way. None of that dispensary stuff.
Brown
you know what I'm
nickel
saying?
bags. The brown bags.
Them mini manila envelopes. You know what I'm talking
Uncle
about?
envelopes.
We
Yeah,
get the producers to
you know
roll
it's old
across
school
the
weed.
screen.
We're gonna have some seeds in there. You know what I'm saying?
If you want some weed,
Come get some vintage weed.
Exactly.
Vintage weed.
The host of the show does not necessarily endorse the comments made by all individuals
You don't want to
participating.
mess his ladders
But he has not refused our offers. You know
Nah,
what
I
I'm saying?
didn't say
I'm
no.
telling you that.
I just said for the
That's what they do.
record.
But I might be over there. I might be close to that.
Right,
I
is this
don't know.
thing still on? Then finally, what are they gonna see when they come check you out?
Hey man, we just gonna we gonna man share the epiphanies that come with pain, man, the lessons that come with making all of the wrong decisions in life, and how you can benefit from doing the wrong thing from time to time. I think that is important for everybody to know. You don't have to be perfect to be successful.
Coming up, stay with us as the laughs with T.I. and the Haha Mafia continue on The Pulse.
We'll be saying big words at the show if y'all come out.
Indubitably.
They get mad when he don't say a big word. They're like, "Where the big words and stuff at? What do you come up with that?" Okay, he got okay. They get
We
their
weren't
big
going to exacerbate this point.
Theme of the show is something called "Use Your Voice for Good." When you hear "Use Your Voice for Good," what does that mean to you?
It means be a voice for those who can't speak for themselves, speak truth to power, and always, man, use the effort and energy that God gave you to do the right thing.
Appreciate you coming in, man.
Right on.
Thank you,
We
fellas.
will be saying big words at the show if
Yeah,
y'all come out.
Indubitably.
They get mad when he don't say a big word. They're like, "Where the big words and stuff at? What do you come up with that?" Okay, he got okay. They get
We
their
weren't
big
going to exacerbate this point much, you
The
know,
words are coming.
but
Continued success, gentlemen.
yeah, appreciate it. Likewise, sir.
Appreciate
Love.
it, man. The Pulse.
Hey guys, thanks again for watching The Pulse today with rapper T.I., who has expanded into acting. He actually is an author and now on a comedy tour. And he took the time to share a lot of his experiences with us. I certainly appreciate his concept of going out there, taking your challenges from the past and showing that you can take them and turn them into something very positive and inspiring communities. It's also pretty funny. Want to remind you that there was a lot that didn't get on the air for a lot of various reasons, but you can listen to the entire thing on podcast, wherever podcasts are available. Go check out The Pulse with Bill Anderson. And I leave you as I always do, reminding you whenever you can, use your voice for good and have a good one.